Hi, this is Water and Air 1111. Thank you for watching another video of mine. Thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel and to my videos, and to everyone who's been getting personal readings from me. If you're interested in a personal reading, the link to my website is in the description below, as well as a link to my Instant Go account if you just need a few tarot cards to answer your questions. So I hope you guys have had a good conclusion to the kind of work week. I was getting ready for this reading. I wasn't really sure if there was a certain area or anything that I needed to focus on. And so I was just kind of shuffling my cards and seeing what was coming through for the Divine Masculine in particular. And I keep getting cards about like wish fulfillment, happiness, kind of like leaving things behind. So I feel like for the Divine Masculine, there's a portion of you who are discovering your own happiness and are just moving towards that happiness. And this could be for any aspect of your life. So what I want to do is just to focus on that. I also was like cutting my decks like this, and then just picking a few cards and seeing what I was getting. And the two cards I got from this deck was the Star card and the Tower card, both upright. And then for this deck, I got 9 of Cups, 7 of Cups, Ace of Wands, and some other card. And then from this small deck, I got the 6 of Cups and the 5 of Cups reversed, and the Sun. So I feel like Divine Masculine, I feel like you're realizing your own happiness. You're realizing something that's fulfilling to you, that makes you happy, and taking some type of selection, choosing your happiness, basically. So what I want to do is just to kind of focus on that to see what are you choosing, Divine Masculine. That'll be kind of the theme of this. What is the Divine Masculine choosing right now? What is this happiness that you are selecting, that you are, allowing yourself to experience right now? What is that about? So I'm going to be using my various tarot decks to see what we can figure out. So let's get started. So what is this kind of happiness, this choice that the Divine Masculine is making, the fulfillment that they are moving towards or realizing? Divine Masculine Collective. Okay, so we have 2 of Wands as the, let's see, there we go. We have the 2 of Wands as the bottom of the deck. So like I said, it's definitely something you are moving towards, whether it's a realization you just had or something that you're just taking action on. You're making some type of choice here. So again, we're going to see like what is this choice about. The Sun again. I think I mentioned that I got that. The Hanged Man. The World. Let's do one more. the Fool. Okay. I feel like divine masculine, like I said, you're realizing your own happiness and you're moving towards whatever that is. You're making a decision to move towards. So let's see like what this is about. So the Sun, obviously, it's about happiness. It's about realizations. It's about knowledge, being self-aware. And with this deck, I always associate the Sun card here as with like, with the family, like divine masculine. You may be thinking about having a family, about wanting a family, either wanting to improve the relationship with your family or wanting to have a family with someone else, or improve your family situation if you already have a family with another person. And it's like you're choosing, I feel like this is some of you choosing to take a high road, choosing to put in some type of effort to improve things if you already have a family situation that's kind of tense. For others of you, just going to pull these down so you can see them. For others of you with the Sun card, I feel like it's you just wanting to have this kind of happiness, wanting to have a certain level of wanting to manifest some type of happiness. And I also associate the Sun card with like self-awareness. So it's like you, again, you're aware of now of what it is that's going to make you happy or what it is you need to do in order to feel this type of strong happiness. And again, this is about the choices, what you're choosing that's making you happy. Like, what is this thing that you're moving towards from this Two of Wands? So let's see. Oh, before I draw from this deck, I'm just going to draw off the top for each of these. Okay, so the Sun card, Ace of Swords. So again, I feel like this is you realizing what it is going to make you happy. For those of you who are dealing with a more family situation, you're realizing that you need to speak, that you need to, like I said, some of you, you're realizing that you need to take the high road, that you need to kind of bite the bullet to make things better, to make things stronger, to make things happier between you and whatever family situation that you're dealing with that is strained. That doesn't necessarily mean like forgetting everything that's happened from the past, but it's having a new perspective with this Ace of Swords, having a new kind of higher understanding, having a better way to communicate with whoever you're dealing with in order to have this kind of more positive outcome. For those of you who this is more about wanting a family with someone with possibly with your divine, with your divine feminine, I feel like again, it's like you're looking at things from a different perspective. You're looking at the potential outcome in a different perspective. You're seeing the positive results that could happen. You're seeing the happiness that could happen and realizing that's something that you are wanting. And for those of you who it's just about realizing what it is that's going to make you happy, almost like finding your purpose. And this was something that I touched on a bit earlier in my midweek readings. So if this is you kind of realizing your purpose, realizing what it is that's going to make you feel happy and fulfilled, again, it's like you have this for sure new perspective. You have this new realization and you're like, okay, now I get it. I know what is going to give me this happiness of the Sun card. So let's get a clarifier for this. We have Pentacles. We also have the Chariot reverse come out. So clarifying the sun card. Some of you are realizing that you either want to work and build something with another person, whether again this is a family relationship or an existing family relationship that you're wanting to improve, or a family situation you're realizing that you want to have, or even if it's just about happiness in terms of work and career, seeing that certain things are going to make you happy, certain things are not going to make you happy. It's clear that you want to go about progress with others and how you deal with others in a different way. Again, we have this Ace of Swords, so you're approaching things from a new perspective. Mentally, you're having new ideas about how things are, how things should be. And I feel like especially like the family thing, whether it's you realizing that and I feel like this is, yeah, whether you're realizing that you're wanting to improve a family situation that's maybe a little bit strained right now, where it's just not as good as it could be. Those of you in particular, you're kind of having new understandings, new realizations about, the state of your relationship with this person or people, and seeing that you want to improve it, that you have to go at it in a different perspective in order to get the outcome you want. The bottom of the deck is the Death card. So it's about things changing. I also feel like with this Chariot reversed, I feel like some people are almost like, especially since we're still in Mercury retrograde, I feel like some people they've been going through this really reflective period the last couple of weeks with the Mercury retrograde, and you've kind of realized that the things that you've been building aren't necessarily things that are going to make you happy. So again, this could be manifesting through a relationship with your immediate family, with your parents, with your children, if you have any. It could be manifesting through your relationship with your divine feminine or with your friends, your connection to your job, reviewing all of those things, and realizing like you have a new point of view regarding it. Certain things are needing to stop, certain things are needing to stop and transform, or just stop altogether. So I want to get one more card and then move on. What is this Three of Pentacles here? For clarifying the Sun card. What is this Three of Pentacles here? Eight of Cups, yeah. Like I said, you're going to be realizing, and you are realizing, Divine Masculine, that there are certain things that you've been building towards, whether it's everything that I've already mentioned, but that certain things are needing to change, they're needing to transform, certain things are needing to be left behind, and you're realizing all these things because we're in Mercury retrograde. So let's go on to the next card, which was the Hanged Man. So with the Hanged Man, in relation to, again, what is kind of the positive choice that the Divine Masculine's going through and selecting right now. For some of you, the positive choice that you're selecting to do is surrender. Some of you, you're choosing, the positive thing that's helping you is you're choosing to get out of your mind a bit. You're choosing to just go with the flow. You're choosing to not try and overthink a situation, to not try and overly complicate things. You're just trying to excuse me. Excuse me. You're just trying to like exist and not do anything more than that. just receive things as they happen, not try to pre-plan too much. And I feel like with those of you who this resonates with, the choice to surrender is like a big thing, because you may be someone who tries to control all of the outcomes, not necessarily in like everything has to be my way, kind of like overly like negative way, but in a way where you try and kind of strategize everything. We're coming out of that period and just realizing that maybe the best thing for me to do right now is to just experience and not pre-plan. Like this guy, he's also like covering his face. So I feel like you're trying to not plan too much ahead. You're trying to just receive the things that are supposed to be in your life and let other things just come in and out as they're supposed to. So yeah, what did I just say? Surrender. Four of Swords. It's like this is what you're doing. Your choice, your positive choice that's like you're realizing is that you can't control everything. You can't plan for everything. Some things are just going to happen. They're just going to shock you. They're just going to throw you off. And it doesn't mean that it's the worst thing in the world or the worst outcome in the world, but it does mean that you just have to receive it and experience it and then let it pass over you, um, almost like the wind. You just have to let it blow by you. It's going to hit you. Your hair is going to blow. You might get chilly during it, but it's going to blow by. So there's no reason to like over complicate things. And again, with this Four of Swords, it's like we are in Mercury retrograde. You're realizing that, yeah, you have so many thoughts. You have so many things that you wish you could kind of strategize your way out of. But at a certain point, you just have to say, let me just rest. Let me just experience. Let me just hang around and allow things to flow by me, to flow through me. And then let me move from there. So let's get some cards. Nine of Cups. So for some of you, you're surrendering, and this is a card I also think I mentioned that came out earlier before I started recording. So with this Nine of Cups clarifying the Hangman, you're realizing that, you know, the things that are, it's like the things that are supposed to come to you are going to come to you. You're still going to have, you're still going to get to a place where you're happy, where your wishes are getting fulfilled, where you're really content with who you are, where you are, all of that stuff. But sometimes it comes to you by releasing. It comes to you by surrendering. Like law of attraction. Like, yes, speak it into existence, but then release that wish and say, okay, I'm going to rest. I'm going to do the other things in my life I need to do. I'm going to stop trying to control every outcome to make it sure it comes to me. Because sometimes you just have to sit back, relax, and receive from the universe. Bottom of the deck is the Justice reverse card. So it's like divine masculine. There are certain things that you want in your life. Of course, there are certain wishes that you have. And yeah, you may feel like things haven't been fair for you. You may have been in that situation where you're going to do any and everything to balance things, to balance whatever you feel is working against you. But at a certain point, you have to stop trying to take control of that situation, and you have to surrender to the fact that what is going to come, what is for you is going to come to you one way or the other. So there's no need to be overly in your mind, to be overly trying to control that situation. Yeah, the Fool. So you're trying to achieve your wishes, you're trying to start over in some way or start a new chapter in some way where you are receiving your wishes and all of your happiness. And of course, everyone deserves to do that. But it's time to surrender and let it come to you now. You know, the universe, God, your higher power knows what it is that you want, and you have done a lot of effort already to get what it is that you want. So let it, you have to be ready to receive. It's like, it's interesting because it's like the masculine energy is about going out and doing stuff, right? Getting things done, ruling the 3D world, asserting your power and energy to shape your environment, to shape your path to be exactly what it is that you want to experience. And the feminine energy is about receiving. It's about being able to be patient. It's about being able to have that inner knowing that says everything's going to work out. Having that kind of inner strength that doesn't force you to be overly trying to take control of the 3D environment. So this is almost like forcing you, and I don't want to say forcing you because this again is clarifying the question, what is this choice that you've made? So it's like you realize that you're needing to surrender, that you're needing to you're needing to tap into your feminine energy to receive. You can't just try and, be the magician all of the time. Because then it's like you're being the magician too much and you never see like the end of the trick almost. It's like doing all of these card tricks, but you never get the payoff. You never receive the, you know, this is a bad example. You never receive the payoff. And so now it's time for you to receive that payoff by taking a step back. Now the bottom of the deck for that was the Queen of Wands in reverse. So you, having not completely got what you wanted, has made you angry at some point. It's made you go even more into your kind of divine masculine energy where you're trying to really push even harder. It's like, I really don't have what I want and it makes me upset. I'm going to really push and do whatever I can to get it. But you seem to have realized that, okay, maybe I need to take a step back. Maybe I've tried the approach of pushing hard, hard, hard. Now I'm going to do the opposite. And I'm going to let it go and see what comes back towards me. So, what is this Nine of Cups about? What is Divine Masculine? What is the wish Divine Masculine's been working on? Okay, so we have the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Swords upright and the Ten of Pentacles reversed. So with this card, as what it is that you were pushing so hard to get and wishing so hard to have, it's like you're trying to move out of instability. So whether that you have a current living situation or current job that's not what you want, or a current relationship, especially if you're in some type of, romantic relationship or living with someone, wanting to get out of that situation. And it's like some of you have tried so hard to get out of that situation, but for whatever reason it hasn't happened the way that you wanted it to, or hasn't happened quick enough. I'm getting for some of you it hasn't happened quick enough. But now it's time to release that. It's time to say, okay, I tried so hard to speed up this process to find a new job, but I haven't found the exact right one, to completely find a new apartment that I really like, to, improve my health for some of you, losing weight for some of you, or try to really hard to disconnect from this relationship that you're in, financial issues, but it hasn't happened. So now it's that release time. That setting back and receiving whatever the outcome may be. Okay. Sorry. And I see I'm almost at 25 minutes and I still have 2 cards to go. So I will try to speed this along a bit more as much as I can. So the next card we have is the World. So with the World, Divine Masculine, again, you're choosing to start a new cycle. Some of you are choosing, so while some of you are just kind of stepping back, tapping into that divine feminine energy and just getting into your receptive mode to receive whatever comes your way, others of you are choosing purposefully a new cycle. And interestingly, we have the World here and we have the Fool as the next card after that. So some of you are definitely choosing to explicitly end something and then explicitly start something new. So these could definitely be related and like in the same flow for the people who this resonates with, but we'll see what's going on. So underneath the World card is the Nine of Wands. So for some of you, what your new cycle that you're starting is you are actively starting a new cycle to, some of you are like being proactively ending something right now. Because it's like you're no longer going to be in this Nine of Wands where you're just sitting overwhelmed, I don't know what to do next. It's like you're proactively, your positive choice that you're doing is choosing to make a new cycle. It's choosing to start a new, to end something so that you can start a new beginning. Literally to end something. This is the last major arcana. Some of you are gathering your courage to end something in your life. So let's see what this is about. Okay, the Lover. Some of you are choosing to end something in your life so that your new cycle that's beginning is your divine feminine. Some of you have struggled with making this decision clearly through the Lover's card and clearly through the Nine of Wands. You weren't sure what to do. You were overwhelmed about how to deal with the situation. You were like, how do I make this happen? What action do I need to take in order to end something? But now some of you are choosing to proactively end something in your life so that you're able to have this, your divine feminine. Yeah, bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords. So some of you, interesting, because these are, I both strongly associate with Gemini. So some of you are going to be cutting a Gemini person out of your life in order to get your Gemini twin. They may not be a literal Gemini, but in order to get to your twin, you're going to be cutting someone out of your life. You're going to be making a choice to not be conflicted. And I feel like some of you are seeing lots of twos. That's kind of random, but let me know in the comments. I feel like it's just like a lot of double meanings here going on. And underneath that's the Page of Wands, underneath the Queen of Swords. Because it's like double meanings for this Lover's card and double meanings for the World. The World isn't just about endings. It also comes with the knowledge and the kind of trust that something new is coming. The Lover's card as well, it's like it's not just your twin, but it's about struggling about a decision to make, which is also this Nine of Wands. You're struggling about an action to take. But it's like once that action is taken, you can start something new. Once you start struggling over what to do, your head or your heart, you're able to have this kind of emotional, spiritual bond. So let's get some more cards for this. Yeah, and we're getting like two Two Cups card. So we have the Knight of Cups in reverse and the Ace of Cups upright. So it's like as soon as you end a situation where you were, some of you are ending a situation where you were not wanting to be committed anyways, but it was like you were still kind of hanging around. Once you start ending that situation that was not fulfilling anyways, that was not something you felt any dedication to or sincerity towards, you're able to have this Ace of Cups renewal. This whole double thing is kind of double meanings in twos. It's a thing. Bottom of the deck, Five of Pentacles. Two people in this card as well. So it's like in order to stop feeling separate, in order to stop feeling alone, you have to deal with both of these sides of your emotions, Divine Masculine. You have to, and it seems like you are choosing with this World card, is to leave something that's unsatisfying or not stable or something you feel no emotional sincerity towards to get towards something where you do. So getting out of your head, struggling to make a decision, to getting to a point where there's no decision to be made, there's nothing to think about. It's just your connection with your Divine Feminine. Yeah, so this is like the action some of you are choosing right now is to end whatever this Knight of Cups in reverse is for you. I do feel like this is more like for Divine Masculine dealing with a karmic relationship of some sort, whether, you know, it could be a karmic family member, it could be a karmic friend, it could be a karmic romantic partner. I feel like for those situations in particular, that is what this kind of column is about. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So this has been a slow build for those of you Divine Masculine resonating with this. It's like you've slowly been thinking about you've slowly been thinking about making this decision of getting to this point. Again, you've been in this Nine of Wands situation until recently where you were just like not making any action, not knowing what to do, feeling overwhelmed. But now you've chosen, your positive choice was choosing to end something so you could get the new beginning that you know is coming. And the bottom of the deck for that is the Strength card. So again, it's like the infinity symbol. It's about your twin. It's about you knowing that you have to be strong enough to make this decision, knowing that you can be strong enough. It's like you've taken some time to build up this strength, to build up this energy in order to do it. And underneath the Strength card, I like how it's the Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Nine of Pentacles reversed, and the Hierophant. So some of you are getting to that stage and are at that stage where you're choosing, like I said, to end some type of commitment, whether it was a friendship or whatever. That's your choice. So now going on to the last card, which is the Fool, which is an extension of this Divine Masculine, of your positive choice being like, I'm taking a leap of faith. I'm in my new cycle. I'm starting this new cycle. Some of you, this leap of faith, because it's interesting, because like this Fool card, if I pull it down, she's kind of looking back at the World card. It's like you're looking back, Divine Masculine, at how you've already ended some situations in your life so that you can start a new beginning. So it's like you taking one final look back, and this is the way it looks from my perspective, taking one final look back at the past, seeing how you've transformed, and saying, okay, let's do this. Kind of like balls to the wall, go big or go home. So let's see. And underneath that, clarifying into the Six of Wands. So some of you are like about to like come at your Divine Feminine hard. I feel like I feel like some of you are taking a leap of faith towards your divine feminine to be like, now that I've kind of tied up some loose ends on my side, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to shoot my shot type of thing. I'm going to go for the victory. I'm going to go for success. I'm going to lead with my passion and come in almost like arms wide open, like, this is where I'm at. Where are you at? So let's see what these are about. Ten of Swords. It's reversed. Again, divine masculine. You're choosing to completely end the situation and completely go towards whatever this new start is for you. Some of you, it's definitely your divine feminine. Others of you, it may be some other type of passion or direction you're wanting to go in life. But it's like taking one best look, saying, yeah, things have changed. That phase of my life is over. Again, this is like end of a cycle. You already went to the depths of the depths of how low things can get. You're moving on from whatever that was. Yeah, you're balanced now. So you may look back out to see how far you've grown or how far you've gone from a really terrible situation to be like, yeah, I'm really done with that. Let me go in an opposite direction. You're no longer in your ego. You're no longer struggling about whatever this is. You're completely ready to start a new chapter. And you're choosing to do that. And yeah, you, again, with the retrograde, you may have been really reflective about this, especially lately. But then it's like, no, I'm ready for this new thing. I'm ready for this new chapter. Yeah, this was awful and I struggled, but I transformed. So let me move on. Three of Wands. You're ready to go towards the things that make you passionate, the things that make you almost like the things that keep you up at night. What was this? King of Wands reversed. I was going to say, what is this Ten of Swords in reverse about? So part of the thing that you're really leaving behind, divine masculine, is you're leaving, I almost feel like this is leaving an immature version of yourself behind. Leaving the version of yourself that almost like wouldn't stand up for yourself, that wouldn't stand up for your own feelings, for your own goals, for the path that you've seen for yourself. You're leaving that behind. You're leaving behind anything that's kept you off your goal. So maybe you mentioned, oh, you want to do this, or oh, you want to do that. And other people would be able to throw you off your path. You're leaving that behind and you're choosing to do so. You're choosing to not stay in the struggle, to not stay in the conflict, to not stay impacted by other people, to say, I'm choosing positivity. I'm choosing me. Again, bottom of the deck is the Two of Wands. You're choosing to go your own way. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Swords reversed. So you're getting over kind of the hurt feelings. You're getting over the kind of the wounds that kept you in your mind, the wounds that kept you trapped. You're sealing them up, you're healing them, and you're like, okay, I'm out of here. What is this Six of Wands about? What is this victory? Excuse me. Two of Swords reversed. So again, you're making a decision to find your own success. Boom. Two of Wands, bottom of the deck. You're making your decision, divine masculine. you made the decision that you're going after your own success, that you're going to be open to everything that you want to receive, and you're going to work to make sure that it happens. You're moving towards your own path. You made a decision that you're going to be successful at whatever it is you want to do, whether that means it's your divine feminine, a job, a crazy something, a hobby, something that everyone else thinks is crazy. It's like you decided you're going to go towards it and you're going to be successful at it. Temperance. You decided that you need that balance in your life, that you can't be, it's almost like I can't be living for someone else. I can't be trapped by that. Eight of Swords is the bottom of the deck. It's like it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. So that is your very long reading, Divine Masculine. Thanks for everyone who's still watching. So it seems like Divine Masculine are really, they're like choosing, I feel like this is almost like looking out, like having like Divine Masculine saw like a dream of a potential future, their potential future, and after waking up from that dream, they're like, okay, let me choose my highest, best version of my life. So if that means that I have to stop being controlling or too in my mind about how things happen or when I receive my blessings, then fine. If that means I need to be in a place where I'm in a better situation with my family, if that means that I need to be honest about what it is that I want in terms of family, in terms of commitment, in terms of my divine feminine, then I'm going to choose that. If that means that I need to leave something behind so that I can go towards the thing that makes me happy, whatever that dream was, whatever that version of your life was that you saw as a real possibility, then I'm going to do that. And if that means that I have to take a leap of faith and go in a different direction, then that's what I'm going to do, because that's the positive thing for me, because that's going to lead me to my passion, taking me on my own path, because it's like you're the one that saw that dream, that vision of your own future. So you're choosing positively in order to get there with that Two of Cups. So that is your reading, Divine Masculine. Let me know in the comments if this resonated. If you're interested in a reading, the link to my website's in the description. Yeah, thanks for watching this long video, and I will see you in my next one.